Aronson has come in as that number 10, and he's got the freedom to go left, he go right. We're waiting for Cole Bassett to hit the form that he had last season, where he got 9 goals. Sinclair, the Canadian international, has had 9 clean sheets this season. Boxer, as you rightly said, now here slot back into that heart of that defence, and it is a 5 when they don't have the ball.
3 games to go for both of these two. Playoffs foremost on the line. Away we go from Commerce City with Colorado in their dark green throwback kit. They had to make heavy changes last weekend. 6-5 tonight. Restored, whipped in. The header was on, and Colorado with a great bite of the cherry, but Calvin Harris couldn't steer it towards goal.
He's trying to flick it. You don't need to. The pace is on the ball. You don't need to try and flick it in the corner. Just head it against Sinclair to his left-hand side. You're taught that as a kid. Head it back from where it's come from, and there's your opportunity. Doesn't.
Now 3 conspirators, Rafa Santos, Connor Ronan, as well as Cole Bassett, and it will be Bassett! Required the attention of Dane St. Clair, had to get down in a hurry.
Yeah, it's a decent effort. Made it that little bit more difficult, but he had a long way to see it. As I said, Canadian international just pushes it away from the danger. He's got a perfect view on it.
Awkward.
It was awkward, yeah, but very comfortable for him. I mean,
this is Bassett who drives one in. Dealt with nicely by Minnesota. Atencio, Ronan, and Ronan winds one up. The Irishman well off the mark.
Well, they're bossing it in midfield at the moment. Referee just trying to let the game flow a little bit.
Plenty of power, just lacking in accuracy. Ten minutes to go until halftime. Warren, your assessment so far? It's been open at times. There have been chances.
Yeah. I'm just waiting to have a real clinical chance for Colorado, with all their possession, with all their dictating of the game, the tempo of the game. But we do know with Minnesota they are a threat. They can be dangerous, yes, on set pieces. We touched on that with the 19 goals they've got. But they just need to get aggressive in the game. They need to get players that can get forward and hurt. A lot of their neat passing has been in their own half.
And that's an interesting dimension and a point that you bring up. We've seen Bongi Lomwane in that wing back role. He's up top due to all the injuries and, of course, the exit of Tani Oluwaseyi. Different look there with Gressel, but it's Colorado on the front foot now, and it's Paxton Aronson. He drove it low with the daisy cutter, well held by the Minnesota keeper. With Harris in full flight. And the hometown hero squares it across. It's Rafa Navajo. Just really had a moment of indecision and made it easy in the end for St. Clair.
Yeah, didn't really shift the ball enough. Good that he's not worried about this right-hand corner.
And it will be Santos! His first goal as a Rapid. Colorado rampant, and Commerce City goes into ecstasy.
What a strike, but just watch Sinclair take that little step to his left. He just leans to his left and leaves it open, but take nothing away from the ability of the Brazilian to bounce that into the back of the net. That little bounce in front, but Sinclair just takes a little dip to his left-hand side. Once he does that, he's got no chance to come across. They've gone 4 at the back, so they have changed.
Here's Fitz now, plays it wide. Ludd looking for that ingenuity, and it's Ludd takes a deflection in. It's the first we've heard from the fabulous Finn this evening.
And that's what they've done. They've allowed him to push up.
Play becoming stretched now. Paxton Aronson stretching his legs, and it's a 3v4. Out wide for Rafa Navarro, who sizes up the defense. Around one, Navarro! Excellent individual skill on the cutback from the Brazilian striker.
Colorado players going forward. You've got your centre forward involved who's going to come inside, and he only wants a shot. I think that shows you good confidence from your number 9. Aronson made a good run outside. He's got options as well.
Much of the last season and over the last 2 years under Eric Ramsey.
They've got Dieng to come in, the kid who was playing in the USL League for Hartford, Connecticut. He's got the opportunity to come in.
Here's Rosales, Longwane. Wonderful run, it's Triantes!
Oh my goodness!
In the search for goals, one from the heavens, from the Greek. It is spectacular, and Minnesota have drawn level.
What a brilliant strike. As they come inside, they feel that they got the chance to get the ball. When it comes out, there is no hesitation, and he just power drives that into the goal. Next effort, watch this as it pops out. Watch the angle, just strides into it. The comfort that he's got, Christian, as you rightly said, the technique, the ability. What an angle this will be. Watch this delivery, and what a goal. You need to have that little pass going forward.
Meanwhile, it's come out wide. Santos arrives. Full of all kinds of ambition. Tries to pick out Navajo. Sets up. Flicked over. And just high. Colorado and Harris spurned their chance once again.
Bassett can hit it first time, and I think that's what he wants. He just tees it up because as he heads it into space, dip your shoulder and hit it. Maybe there was a defender closing him down, and Bassett just tried to pick out a teammate to help him, but I think he was looking, can you get it on target? I know Boxall's there. I think it suits him more.
Here's Lloyd on the front foot, waiting for some support. Switches it over. It's an acrobatic chance off the post. What an effort from Pereira. Still on for Minnesota United.
And a little dink on the far post. What an effort that is. Zach Surfing thinks he had it covered. He just bounced off the post and then freshen it up. We would think down the middle just to a bit more of an outlet going forward.
Meanwhile, Paxton Aronson right back to work. Keeps his run going. Aronson stings the gloves of Dane St. Clair. He is springing to life, desperate for his first goal as a Rapid.
Just his enthusiasm, his desire. Yes, he's a good player, we know that. He's played at a high level, but his enthusiasm in this game, it could be quite easy for a player.
It's still on for Yappy. Pulls it back across.
There might have been a handball.
Yet. Appeals for a handball. Switched across. Headed down and straight to Dane St. Clair. What a moment for Colorado, who nearly won it.
As he's come on, he played to the whistle, they put the ball in the header, but St. Clair was comfortable in the end, but utter chaos going on at the moment. St. Clair have said no, they've shaken hands.
Check complete,
yep.
No handball, no penalty, and Chris Armas and the Colorado Rapids have to settle for a share of the points